Hi everybody, so I just want to make a video for all of my friends because I know most of my friends love makeup just as much as I do. Never made a video like this before, so don't laugh. But basically I saw on TV the other day a DIY how to make your own eyeshadow primer. And again, if you love makeup like me too much, makeup excuse me, it can get kind of expensive, and especially eyeshadow primer. So this is just a really nice way to be able to save a little bit of money, and it works really well. So I wanted to share this with you guys. So basically all you're going to need first is just your favorite facial primer. I like the Prime Time by Bare Minerals because it is really sensitive friendly, and I think that it does work really well just to hold on whatever you're trying to get it to hold on to all day. So it lasts a really long time, and I do have rosacea, so anything that's sensitive friendly, I'm a big fan of. You want it to be a clear facial primer, or at least one of those white matte ones, because if you start getting to like the redness reducer, that's the green, your eyeshadow primer can come up kind of a funny tint, and your eyeshadow isn't going to be the color you necessarily want it to come out with. So something clear, just whatever's your favorite, white, you know, if you have to, but preferably clear. It doesn't have to be real fancy or anything. Like I said, I just like that because it's sensitive friendly. Next thing you need is concealer. I use the Physicians Formula liquid concealer because it is sensitive friendly, and basically you just need something that is going to be, you know, really light and liquid. You know, you don't want to use a powder concealer or anything like that, because we're going to use a powder, another powder in the mixture, and that would be too much. So preferably something in a tube like this where it just dispenses out is a little bit easier to use, as opposed to the ones with the little wands on them that are made, it looks like a little lip gloss thing. That would work just fine, but I think that these in the tube are easier to use. So whatever concealer you have. And the last thing you need is just a powder. It needs to be a translucent or a light as you can get powder, because with the powder we don't want to add any pigment more so than what we've done with the concealer to our eyeshadow primer. So what I'm using is the Maybelline New York. It's literally the cheapest powder they have. It's just their shine-free loose powder. You want it to be a loose powder as opposed to like a compact or something. This is their light, literally as light as it can get powder. Like I said, if you can find a translucent, like those ones that just kind of go, you know, on top as like a finisher or whatever, that would be awesome. But if you get a colored one just as light as you can get, that'll work fine too. So I've already put primer on my face, just the regular clear primer here, and now I'm going to mix up the eyeshadow primer to put on. And this is something that you really want to kind of mix up as you're getting ready to use it. You can mix a bunch up and like put it in a container if you want, but that is, you're going to have to find a container, and I don't know honestly how long it lasts mixed together like this, so I recommend just mixing it as you're getting ready to use it. So as you see, I've just put a little tiny dollop, you can see it's like really tiny as compared to my fingernail here, of the facial primer there. Next we're going to put on a little dollop about the same size as your facial primer of the concealer. You can see, get the focus a little bit better. There, you can see they're about the same size. Last, we're going to take the powder here, and you can see I've got a little bit floating around there on the top. Just going to kind of shake that down, and with making as little mess as possible, tap what's already in there onto my hand. So here we've got all three of our ingredients there, and we're literally just going to mix it up on our hands. Try and get that, make sure you keep all your powder in there. And I know this looks like nothing, Like, I hardly have any, but I promise you this is plenty for a one-time use. So another reason why you don't want to use a lot is because if you mix up, you know, a bunch for a one-time use, then you're going to end up wasting a lot of your product. So now we've got all of our eyeshadow primer mixed up here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on. Let me just turn my camera around. Okay, so it turns out I can't turn my camera around, so I have to turn my phone around, and I'm using the mirror now. But what I'm going to do is just put this on my eyelid. Get a little bit more off my hand here, and I rub it all the way up to under my eyebrow there. Now also, I put a little bit on the underneath because the concealer in there, it helps as an eye brightener as well. Get my other eye here. Okay, and then just under my eye. And then as you can see, I have a little bumpy right here, so I'm going to put some more on there too. Because remember, a third of this mixture is concealer, so it's just thickened up basically and more matte. So it's going to work really well to cover any blemishes too. So, that is how to make your own eyeshadow primer. As you can see, it's a lot different color than my face because my face is bright fucking red. But now you can wear it, you know, just if you just want to keep it as your eyeshadow, it'll just have that nice brighter pigment for you for your eyes. Or you can put your eyeshadow over top of it. And like I said, it does work really well. I've used it a couple of times now to make sure that I do actually like it. And I really do. So just help save some friends some money. I hope this helps out and I hope you guys use it and like it. Thanks. Bye.